Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do an oil change. Nothing spectacular. There's loads of videos of these, but I'm going to be doing it on a BMW S1000 XR Gen 1 2016 model. I'll also be showing you how to remove the service light, which isn't as easy as you may think, and it does require another device and a PC or laptop. You'll notice throughout this video that the audio will keep changing. That's because today my neighbours have decided it's such a sunny day that they're going to get their jet washer out and they're going to hose everything in their garden. So just bear with me with that. I will have to do a lot of voiceovers and a lot of editing and trickery, but we'll get there and I'll get this video to you. Today I'm going to be using my chest mount for you guys to see new angles on what I'm up to. Let's get into it and start. First off, I need to undo this screw and these two plastic tabs just here and two screws underneath here. I have to remove the belly pan so you can get to the filter just here. I'm going to use the ball on the end of this Allen key just to push those little tabs in. Just remember lefty loosey, righty tighty, because it's upside down. It may seem like the opposite way. There you go, there's the click. Now that's unloosened. I will just leave it there for the second because that's just the initial bite. So put the oil pan underneath, getting ready for the oil to spill out. Little dump tray, oil dump pan. Yeah, it's coming undone pretty nicely. Oil is pretty mucky, it's pretty black. Nothing really on the end of the magnet, just the tiniest little bits of swarf as normal. So I'll just clean that off. I really would like to get one of those ABBA sky lifts that pull the bike off the ground, but unfortunately I can't afford it right now. But at the moment I will get one. That will make life much easier when working on bikes. I really like using this tool. When taking off oil filters and putting them back on, it doesn't damage them. It really is money well spent. After the initial crank, it is really easy to just take off, but oh, look at that oil coming out. I mean, it's not too bad, to be honest with you. You should always remember to replace the crush washer that's on the sump bolt. It just stops it from leaking out and causing you, further issues. This is where I refer to the Haynes manual as always, just to look at the correct torque settings. So this is 28 Newton meters and there's the click. I have here a K&N oil filter. I like these because I could put a ratchet on there and I could torque it up. I believe it's 11 Newton meters. Let me just check. Refer to the Haynes manual. Always refer to the Haynes manual. Engine oil filter, 11 Newton meters. I only ever really use the Haynes manual for something I really do not know. or to make sure that I've got the correct torque settings. So first off, get some new oil here. Be quite aggressive with it. And just just plonk it in there. Just plonk it. There you go. And just undo the cap. Oh my god, I hate these things. They're nice and friendly, but you know, earth friendly, environmentally friendly. That's so the same. But I hate them. Absolutely hate them. So just quickly wipe my finger off because I am going to dip my hand in the oil, and all I'm going to do is just gently put it around the rim, and that's it. Just a thin layer. Well, I see mixed comments from other videos over the years saying, oh, you've got to fill this up with oil. Well, the problem is, if you fill that up with oil and any dust that's getting into it, well, this little hose is the bit where it goes in, and this big bit is where it gets sucked out. So anything you've just put in here anyway is going to get sucked straight into the engine. So you don't want to fill this up straight away. Let me give you guys a better view here. 1 minute. Okay, that looks like a good view. Right, so I'll pop this in. Wait for it to, there you go, line up a little. Oh, it was lined up. There you go. And just turn that on. I'll do this hand tight. Okay, so I can't get a socket or anything into there, 211mm. So what I'll do is I'll just do this up hand tight. Fuck. I've just dropped it in there. Oh, mucky. I'm going to have to clean that off now. Mistakes do happen. So I am going to keep this here, just in case anything does drip out. As you can see, I have a little system here that works. I want it somewhere just above the middle. I hate those boxes, so I'm just going to do it. Oil that I am using is the Silcoline Pro 4 fully synthetic 540. That's what's been recommended to me. So let's get on the way. The amount I need to be putting in is approximately 3.5 litres. I believe this is a 4 litre bag. So we'll have quite a way to go. And we are just seeing it come there now. It is just under halfway. And that is roughly where I want it. So it's just underneath the top. What I will do is I will start the bike quickly, let the oil get into the oil filter, let the bike settle down for about 5 minutes, come back, see where the level is, and surely I'll have to put some more in. I've shut the bike off and it's been 5 minutes later, and as you can see where the oil filter has taken up the oil, that it's back to right at the bottom. So I am now going to put some more oil in. And that is exactly where I want it, just below the top of the orange circle. I am happy with that. I always dispose of my oils properly by putting it in an oil container and take it down to the recycle yard and put it in their oil bins. Just going to clean everything up here, just so that if there is any future leaks or anything, that you can actually see where it's coming from and that it's not old oil. I'm now going to put on the plastics in reverse order. Just make sure everything's lined up and then push in the two little black clips. You don't necessarily have to do it in this order. And then quickly put those two torque bolts on the underside there. Do these up tight enough just so that they don't come off and go flying underneath your black wheel and get stuck in there. Especially since I've just put new tyres on. And we know as bikers what new tyres mean. They attract everything. Don't know why. I did take note that the one with the longer spacer went into the side here. Now that is how you do an oil change on a BMW S1000 XR 2016 Gen 1 model. In an upcoming video I will show you how to clear that service light warning that comes up, and you have to do that with something called a hex GS911, and I will talk you through that. If you want to see that video, click onto that video, how to reset it. If you want to see the oil change, you're in the right place.